Hi everyone, it's Linda from PaigeandLindaEmbellishBoldly.com. On my desk today, I have one of those ubiquitous tri-fold junk journal flyers. How many days in a row do you get these? I feel like I get at least one or two a day. So I don't like to throw anything away. I'm going to use it. I'm going to make something out of it. I've used them for journal cards, envelopes, mini masterboards, all kinds of things, folios. But today I decided I'm going to make 3 faux file folders. Right? Fun. You can insert them into a journal. You can use them as a standalone. And nope, I'm going to make my file folders, and I'm going to put some ephemera inside of it. They will be used as giveaways in my world. So let's run through the supplies. I'm going to need some junk mail. I'll need a ruler and knife, scissors possibly. You could also use a cutter, as you know. Glue of your choice. A corner rounder, if you'd like. I'm going to corner round. A bone folder is not necessary, but I do enjoy it. You could always use the back of your scissors, as you know. Butter knife, you could use your fingers even. Yeah. All right, what else? Inking. I'm going to be inking, so I'll need some ink and I'll need some daubers, something to apply the ink with. All right, let's clear off the supplies and let's get cracking. First thing I'm going to want to do is to get my 3 panels separated. I'm going to get rid of that raggedy edge. I'm using my ruler and knife to do that. That way it'll be nice and clean, because I'm going to be covering all 3 of these panels with a digital. I'm going to be using digitals today. The digitals I'm using, I think I got from Margaret at 7 Plaza or the Junk Journal shop. I believe it's either one of those two. I wish I knew how to link below. I'm going to force myself to learn how to do that, and then I can put the supply list below. All right, so I've separated the 3 panels. I could cover them all first before folding them into the file folder look, or I could fold them. So I decided that the first one I'm going to pre-fold before I even cover it. So I'm leaving a little bit of a lip. It's like about a ½ an inch at the top. I don't want to fold it all the way to the top edge because I want to leave room to insert a tab on that bottom pocket fold. And yeah, I'm going to put a tab right around there. So I want it to look like a little mini faux file folder. And then I will fold the second 2 panels in exactly the same way, leaving a ½ an inch at the top. I use my bone folder to give myself a little crease, make sure that they're nice and straight, edge to edge. And after I fold all 3, I will be ready to move on to the next step. I pulled out a folder full of different kinds of papers. I have homemade papers, book pages, digitals, and I'm just going to sort through, pick out what I think I want to cover my faux file folders. And here I'm selecting 3 digitals that I'm happy with. Okay, so now I've got my selection and I'm just deciding where I want these images to actually sit on my faux file folder. And I realized that this digital, I'm going to be able to get 2 panels out of. I want to get the botanical side of it with that, dried flower image hanging, and I want the butterfly side. So I am going to split this in half. I'm folding down that top edge so that it wraps around the top edge of my folded junk mail, and I'll have a nice crisp, clean edge. Now I'm just going to mark how wide I need to do it. So a pencil is a handy tool to have for this project. Using my knife and ruler, I'm going to just cut along the marks that I've made. Now you'll see what I meant when I folded down that flap there. It folds right over the top of that, and it's going to give it a nice, neat edge. And instead of cutting off the bottom, I am just going to glue that to the back of the file folder. It is a directional copy, a print, so the bird's going to be upside down, but I'm thinking that I may end up gluing these down into a journal page so nobody's going to see the back. And even if they do, I'm okay with something being upside down. It does not bother me at all. If it bothers you, however, just be cognizant of that and make sure that you trim that off and turn the whatever it is right side up. Okay, so I'm gluing it down using the glue stick, and now I want to cover that inside flap of the back of the faux file folder. It's very hard to say faux file folder. I'm trimming off the excess white, and I am just going to glue it down because that is going to be visible when the folder is completely folded up. And there I am, trimming it, and instead of cutting off the top edge, I am trimming the side. I'm just going to fold that over and glue it because it is going to give me a nice, clean edge. Flipping it. Okay, there you go. Bone folder, smoothing it all down. Now, when I turn this over, I'm just trimming off some excess there. When I turn this over, you're going to see there's the leftover of the white space from the junk mail. And I'm going to take some of that digital that I had left over, and I'm going to cut it off. I am trimming off that music notes, even though it would have fit perfectly, but I didn't want them going in that direction. I wanted to turn it around a little bit. So by cutting it off, I was able to lay the music the way I wanted it to go. And I'm folding in that edge as well, and now that's finished. And I can go on to another one. I really want to get that insect on, and I'm going to follow the exact same process as I did on that first one, and I will do it again on the third one. So all I'm going to do is trim my digitals to fit on those file folders, glue them down onto the junk mail. Once they're completely covered, I will glue down the left and right sides for a closed file folder. And then I can move on to the decorating. So funny thing happened. I thought I was videotaping while I was doing the other faux file folders, and I was not recording at all. So I quickly got another piece of junk mail that happened to arrive today, and I covered it with this beautiful digital. I think this was either from Seven Plaza or Junk Journal Shop. I don't remember which. And I covered the junk mail with it so that I can bring it right up to speed from where I left off at the last clip. So I'm up to the part where I've glued it down, and now I'm ready to round the corners and complete this faux file folder. All right, so I did cover the back with book page, as you can see, and I'm ready to move on. So I'm getting out my corner rounder. I've already chosen some labels and a tab. You can see the tab right at the top there that I'm going to attach to this. So let me get the corner rounder. That was not the corner rounder. Here it is. I'm going to round all my corners, and then I'm going to ink my faux file folder, and then we're ready to keep moving on to the decorating part. Here I am just inking. I figured let me speed this part up. Everybody knows how to ink. I'm just inking all of the edges with frayed burlap, my favorite. And I'm going to ink all of the little bits and pieces of ephemera that I am going to glue onto the front of this faux file folder. I'm not going to decorate the back on camera. I just want to decorate the front. I'm trimming the white off of that little tab that I made. Here is a whale tail tab. It's another hard tongue twister that I simply made out of a 2-inch circle that I folded in half, and then I took a smaller circle and clipped off the curves. And I made my own whale tail. I'm going to distress my file folder with some ink spatter and coffee stain spots, and I'm using the scorched earth for that so that it shows up. Oh my goodness, I love this scorched earth. It's so, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. And I'm just going to add some to the back just for interest, and a couple of coffee stains. I call them coffee stains. They could be water stains, whatever. And there it is. Now I'm ready to glue down the sides. So I just need to run a bead of glue. I'm using art glitter glue for that. I'm going to add the tab first. Put the tab in place. Yep. And now I can glue down the sides. It's much easier to glue the tab in if you glue it on before you glue the sides of the faux file folder. It's like almost saying fee fi faux fum, faux file folder. There I am running a bead of glue down the folder. I realize my address is visible, so I am blacking that out. All right, it's set. Now you have a pocket. Beautiful. Just showing you with my bone folder. I've decided I wanted to arrange it in this fashion, and I'm gluing down the ticket, and I'm going to actually fold that ticket back and then glue it down. All right, I'm putting in place that little square, and now I'm peeling the label for that other ticket to be put down on that side, and I am now gluing that ticket onto the back. So it adds a little interest to the back side as well. I thought I would decorate the back just then, but I changed my mind. All right, I decide that tab needs a stamp. So I took out Stampers Anonymous, Tim Holtz. It's called Field Notes. I love that set. And I just picked a stamp. I'm going to stamp a number right on that tab. Fantastic. And I just wanted to add something into the pocket. So I glued together some white paper and book page paper. And I'm going to glue that mushroom image right onto the front of that to make a simple journal card. I'm just using my glue stick to adhere it, and I'll take my knife and ruler out to trim it down. Make sure I put arc glitter glue away. I'm going to trim it down. I will punch a hole in the top, add a little bit of jute or twine at the top, and I will have a really lovely journal card you could write on. I'm going to round the corners on this and also ink it, and then it will be ready to be popped right into the pocket of the file folder, our faux file folder. I am distressing it with some ink right there, and then of course I'm going to get out my coffee stain and my ink spatter. I just love that. Those two things, those two stamps, the ink spatter and the coffee stain, stay on an acrylic block because I use them so much. Okay, I just popped a hole, added some twine, and trimmed it. I almost forgot to round the corners. There they are. Now I just have to ink the corners, and I'm ready to go. And now I've got a beautiful, beautiful card. All right, and now here they are all done. Oh, I just love them. They're so, so beautiful. I popped quite a number of journal cards into these faux file folders, but you could put anything in these. You could put stamps. You could put labels. You could put stickers. You could put gift cards. You could put anything you like in them. They could be stuck into a journal. They could be glued down. They could be a tuck spot. They could be a stand-alone. They can be used so many ways. I just love them. There. So plenty of journal space to write. This one came out really sweet with the butterflies, and I added some tabs that I had made in a previous video. I wish I knew how to link the videos. I'm going to try to figure that out because I do have a video on how I did the tabs. And I just love it. Here we are. I've got, that was a digital, I believe, from the junk journal shop called Summer Bounty, that green. Beautiful. And I have a little round journal card there. I love it. It's just a little round. And then this one with the beetle. I love the beetle. I love everything with insects, bees, butterflies. I truly do. It's just so cute. Then we've got the bumblebee. And I love all the ephemera there. I have some fussy cutting, plenty of space to write. I even ink stain that with some blue. Those two came from the same digital kit. The Summer's Bounty. I'm pretty sure it was the Junk Journal shop. They have some really beautiful digitals. And a journal card. These I decorated all of the backs. That was the first one that I was making. I added a little green tab and a little tiny journal bookmark, something like that. And my last one, the birds. Now that bird on the front was a scan of a painting that I have in one of my sketchbooks. and I just loved it. Not the one on the journal card, but that one here. This one. That's the one from my paintings. I painted that, and I just scanned it, cut it out, and I thought, wow, what a great addition to my card. So here they are, the faux file folders in all their glory. I love them. I hope you make some. Recycle your junk mail and make something beautiful. See you next time.